The West African region has been plunged into turmoil once again as Guinea-Bissau, a coastal nation between Senegal and Guinea, has fallen victim to a military coup. The country's president, Umaro Sissoko Embalo, has been ousted by a group of army officers who claim they are fighting against a plot by politicians to manipulate the outcome of the recent presidential election. However, Major General Harta Ntaa was with immediate effect. A decision reached at an extraordinary summit chaired by Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio. ECOWAS directed. Now with me in the studio to discuss the coup in Guinea-Bissau is Dr. Adoim Matthew Omale. He's an international relations analyst. It's a pleasure to have you on Nigeria Today.
Good evening, Nigerians, and thanks for having me.
And joining us via Zoom.
Fernando. Takeover office. Well, Guinea-Bissau, a population of just over 2 million, is not new to coup. Since it got independence in 1974 from Portugal, it's been in and out of military junta. But this one leaves a very sore taste in the mouth. Because if you read what the Guineans and Guinea-Bissau in diaspora have said about this coup, it was actually orchestrated and a fabricated coup for Africa. And out of 15 countries in the West Africa,
is coming in, and the way and manner the coup was handled gives a lot of room for suspicion. But whatever it is, the most important thing is that the military took over, and they took over through the back door. They took over by the barrel of the gun, which is not acceptable. The only means of electing and removing leadership or putting leadership in place that is acceptable by civilized society is through the ballot box. There's no justification, there's no reason why a democratically elected president can just be removed by the barrel of the gun. And I must say that ECOWAS response has been very timely, and the condemnation that has been sweeping across the globe, I think the voices are loud. But having said that, we need to carry out a lot of soul searching on this continent, especially in West Africa. Like Jide said, most of the Gen Zs or most of the Nigerians are really very, very disenchanted with a lot of happenings in the country. And we must also be very, very careful. We must be sensitive to the yearnings and aspirations of the people, and we have to ensure that the electoral processes are free, fair, and credible, so that we avoid the situation of what we are experiencing in Guinea-Bissau. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Omale. Now, back to you, Jide. Of course, Dr. Omale has mentioned, he mentioned earlier on the ECOWAS. Of course, ECOWAS has suspended Guinea-Bissau from all its decision-making bodies, which of course takes effect with immediate effect. However, How might these, this event, talking about the coup in Guinea-Bissau, affect ECOWAS' credibility and capability to prevent further instability in the region?
Ahead of the election. So, well, that's what I expect ECOWAS to do, not just to start condemning when a coup has happened. Because what we have seen, Kenya, is that we have seen military coup, we have also seen civilian coup, even in the same West African sub-region. Like the incident I told you about in Cote d'Ivoire, it's a civilian coup where you remove term limit, orchestrated a removal of term limit. It's a civilian coup.
Jide, we'll take a
what will make this one different? We want to know what they do as occupation. All of these attributes that are questions have been designed to investigate.
In a few days to come, you see that we are all around their own crannies and everywhere in Nigeria, telling people to cooperate.
Welcome to Nigeria Today.
Welcome back. This is still Nigeria Today. We are talking about the coup in Guinea-Bissau. And of course, I have two gentlemen, one here in the studio and one that join us. Virtually. Now, Dr. Omale, of course, there's quite a lot that ECOWAS can do, even though it cannot interfere in the internal affairs of member countries. However, we've seen this, like I said in my opening remarks. We've seen these kinds of coup happening, in parts of the African countries that in the region. Now, having this kind of trend, even there was a rumor, like Judy mentioned earlier, there was a rumor here in the country, which of course we've had, which has been debunked by the military. So, having seen this trend, the repeated the coup attempts and takeovers, what does this mean for Africa's, image, global image, as an emerging democratic region?
It does not inspire at all. There's no inspiration. The frequent coup is a serious indictment on our practice of democracy. It shows that democracy has not solved our governance issue. I know that the essence of democracy, the